I'm talking to the people who look like me, because I'm tired of these comments like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and address it. Because I just reposted a video of the news in London of them telling the entire world that the African American people are not African American, they're not black, and they're literally over there laughing at us because we are the Aboriginal people. There was no coming over on no goddamn ships. If you even think about the infrastructure of ships back then and how small they were in comparison to now, and the fact that they lose half of their cargo on a trip, there's no way that they got that many people who look like us over here. We are the Aboriginal people from here. Just say that you don't know. Stop leaving comments like this and open your freaking mind to the fact that somebody who set up a system that was not for you lied to you about you. But you already knew that. But you only think of it the way that they told you it is. Stop being committed to the lie. Open your mind to the fact that there is another possibility. Because if you don't open your mind to the fact that there's another possibility, you will remain stuck. You will remain stuck. I'm sitting on the internet trying to help some of y'all. I'm literally sitting here doing videos throughout my day while I'm working 2 jobs and I'm doing this and I'm doing that because I'm trying to help our people. And then I keep getting comments like this of people who are just misinformed, and I don't blame y'all. But sitting here and defending a system that was not set up for you and not acknowledging the fact that you have been lied to in multiple different aspects, including your history, not acknowledging that is crazy. And that's what's going to keep you stuck. Their system is working and you're a product of their system. Do better. Do some research. Pick up a book. Look it up for yourself. Don't believe me? Fine. If you don't want to believe me, fine. But go look it up for yourself. I bet you won't, because it requires you to get uncomfortable. It requires you to make changes in your life that is going to require you to invest energy in something you didn't think you was going to have to do because somebody else was doing it for you. I've said this before. I've made a video about it. I've reposted videos about it. The word black did not come around until 1790. Black is a color, okay? Black is the only way they can deem you to be dead at law. And if you go to the dictionaries back then and actually look up the word black, it says pale. Are you pale? Am I pale? We were the original white people, but they don't tell you that. But you haven't learned that, and that's okay. But stay open to the idea that you are wrong and that everything that was taught to you in public school so that you can learn to operate in commerce, which is the public, was wrong. They used the U.S. Census to start acknowledging us as black and or African American. If you look at what the definition is for these, when it used to say black, that the definition was that we had no ties to any lands over here. Now African American says we have ties to Africa. That's literally taking away our rights as Aboriginal people, as the original.
Somebody please tell me what in tarnations is going on. So surely by now you understand that history is a lie, and what you think is up is really down, and what you thought was left is really right. And what I mean by that is they've changed names, places, dates, people. They've changed everything. So let me see if I got this straight. You're trying to tell me that this temple that was built for Ramesses II, which was carved into a mountain, you was able to chop up into small pieces and move to a different location? Come on, brother. Just look at this woman's face. I know what she's thinking. She's thinking, they ain't gonna see this one coming. Oh, we've got their ass now. So the mainstream narrative says the reason why they moved the temple is because the sea levels was rising and they didn't want it to get flooded. Really? Look how long that temple was supposed to have been there. It's supposed to be an ancient temple, right? And all of a sudden it's in danger of being flooded. Come on, brother. Just take a look at these guys.
Come on now.
Looking back at their work. Like, yep, we've done a good job here. We got the noses right and everything. I mean, when I look at this on a deeper level, this don't even look ancient. History is a lie. And I think I know what they're trying to hide.
When they first came, we had the land and they had the Bible. They sent the Christian missionaries over. They always send the missionaries first, even to this day, to pacify the people. You see? You see? They sent the Christian missionaries over. The Christian missionaries got us to trust them because they said they came in peace. They just want us to read some of their ways. So we started to read their ways. And then they asked, we started to trust them. And they said, hey, close your eyes. And we said, okay, because we trusted them. So we closed our eyes.
Can I be for real? Baby, can we talk?
And then some told us to open them, because they didn't even tell us to open them back up. That's how dirty they did us. Like, they didn't even say, okay, now open your eyes. They just left our eyes closed. And we was hearing shit move around, and we like, what the fuck is all this moving going on? So we said, you know what, fuck it, let me open my own eyes. And we opened our eyes, and we had the Bible, and they had the land.
Genesis chapter 11 verse 10 explains the genealogy of Shem. Shem was a black man in Africa. If you repeat this back, Genesis 14 verse 13, Abraham steps on the scene. Being a descendant of Shem, which is a fact, means Abraham too was black. Abraham, born in the city of a black man, called Nimrod, grandson of Ham. Ham had 4 sons. One was named Canaan. Here, let me do some explaining. Abraham, Isaac was the... Jacob had 12 sons, for real. And these were the children of Israel. According...
Family, unbelievable but true. This is a real baby dragon. Before the Great Reset, we used to live with giants, dragons, mermaids, and more. Old maps are showing us that there is way more land beyond the ice wall. Some even went beyond the ice wall and made these pictures. Look, according to maps before 1600 like this one, there are continents with different species like dragons and mermaids. And you see this family, this is because of the mud flood and the Great Reset. This is the reason why when people go dig beneath the ground, they will find all kinds of different fossils like this and this one, and beneath the pyramids around the world. We are living in a time of a mass awakening, and people are not afraid to show what they have seen. Look, dragon. Look, again, dragon in South Africa. And again, a real dragon in South Africa.
I need y'all to stop and just pay attention to something real quick. Pay attention to the sky. Now see that, right? It's not the moon. Rashad Jamal was right. They gonna treat it like it's the Titanic, because at the Titanic sinking, they gonna still be they still gonna be playing, they still gonna keep it in clockwork. If y'all don't know, our government is already gone. They're trying to shoot us back into a state of fear. That's why you seeing everything that's going on in the news right now. You feel me? And what was that in the sky, y'all might ask? It's Planet X. If y'all don't know what Planet X is, that is the planet that the Anunnaki came on. They're coming back into orbit. That's why you seeing all this crazy shit that's going on right now. Planet X is here, bro. And if y'all not spiritually ready,
we raise the bar. We are able to do that because we're solar beings. We have a solar craft down here. They do not. The moon cycle is over with because we vibrate on different colors that they can't. Okay? They're on a different time, space and time than we are. It's about how many ethers they can breathe into the brain and process. I explained before, the master teacher talked about the 9 ethers. We're made up of the most potent gases in the universe, right? This is what causes you to think. This is what causes consciousness. Without you breathing in 9 ethers, you're not going to be as intelligent as you are. You don't have the intelligence to raise the bar. See? So they closely watch us to see what we're going to say, see what we're going to do. Then they get their computers and they have the computer generate what they can't. They make the computer do it for them. So they have to program the computer to do this, and who do they have working by side with them?
The mothership is here.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad stated in an article he wrote, quote, "You may wish, Mr. Enemy, that you could get a shot at the wheel with your jet planes and other military weapons. But you should just go home and go to sleep. No one can harm this plane, the wheel. They're gonna fix you up first before the wheel ever comes into sight. Oh, wheel, the greatest mechanical defender empowered by the Spirit of Allah to protect us, the black people on the face of the earth. The black scientists knew at the time that they built the mothership under the direction of Master Farad Muhammad, that the mothership and its well-trained crew would have to fight with America and the other nations of the earth. The well-trained crew of the mothership, the wheel, can dodge the enemy and make the enemy look for the wheel where the wheel is not. As the word goes, the crew of the wheel can elude the enemy anywhere in the sky that this crew desires to elude them. So when actual fighting has been declared against the armies of the wicked of this planet, the enemy will never get near enough to do any harm to that wheel. Actually, the mothership, the wheel, serves as a carrier for 1,500 deadly prepared planes with which to visit mankind on planet Earth. Do not look for the wheel, he writes, the mother plane, because it is not out there for you to find it when you are looking for it. Elijah Muhammad writes, I am so happy that Allah God has prepared this unmatchable weapon to save us, the black people of America. It carries supplies for the crew of this made wheel-like plane. It is something to marvel at. The battle in the sky. As the black man has been on the planet Earth for billions and trillions of years, and the black man has been here that long, and there's no doubt about it. Do you think that the black man would allow the made man, the enemy that has been on the planet for only 6,000 years, to outwit the black nation and the God of this nation in any war, whether it be physical or mental? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad writes, boy, if I were the Caucasian, I would just give up and not try to fight an old ancient people who were here before the father of your people ever thought of making a new people, the Caucasian race. Oh, there's plenty that we will be discussing about this wheel in the battle in the sky.
The planet was a true paradise, on which we lived in harmony with the elements, fertilized our lands, controlled the winds and tides. 3 times a year we gave to the earth what the sea had given us. We lived like this in harmony for centuries and centuries, until the day of the apocalypse. In the sky over our planet, other people blindly fought out a brutal war. A war between people we didn't even know.
When we were invited by the people of Cyrus Star, when we were living with them, we did something wrong. We ate one of them. We ate one of the amphibian Cyrus people. So it is a curse, like eating a fish. You know, that is why somewhere in other communities of black people it is forbidden. So when we ate that fish, we were forced to go to be exiled from the Cyrus. Since we were exiled from our own planet, so we migrated to this place.
We elected 144,000 of our most finest spiritual assassins that came from Xylanthia, from Sirius X, and we descended on this planet to help build it up. Tiamat, right? I said 144,000, right? And I told y'all when we first shift, there's going to be 144,000 of us that will be the first to shift, nigga. And the rest gonna shift later, nigga. So we that 144,000 nuclear weapons, nigga. And we are nuclear because we have the nucleus. This is why they make the car. Your gun will jam because it gets carbon buildup. Because you have carbon in your skin. They use the placenta, the organs, all our body parts to make their weapons. Right? Pay attention to that number. They know that 144,000 of us will activate first. They know this, family. That's why they showed it to you. We the first, remember I told y'all, we the mutants, nigga. This signs and symbols for the conscious mind. Pay attention, nigga. We the nuclear weapons, nigga. About 14,000. Add a 4 in front of that. Nigga, that's us they talking about, nigga.